Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. So we've just completed the cargo mission. I think I've got the hang of that now. I'm pretty fast. Of course, I can still get better, but we're definitely on the ball there. So at the end of the last episode, I talked about upgrading our ships. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do that. If I come into this thing and go to fleet, then I can level up boats. Now what can I do? There's stuff here that needs to be done, look. Hull condition 74%. I imagine that's when I hit the boat when we did that fire mission the other day. We're a bit low on fuel. I like the fact that you've got to put fuel in. Let's put 50 quid's worth of fuel. Oh. Okay. Fuel is expensive. But we can upgrade and get an echo sounder. A water cannon upgrade. Now what does that mean? An extra water cannon? Or an upgraded water cannon? It doesn't really say, does it? We can also, by the looks of things, get some crew. Now, I don't know how... I think you have to go there. Okay. Okay. So, hang on. Right, so 5,850 to hire an engineer. Or hire an officer. Is that a one-off payment and they work for me forever? Or is that every week or something? I mean, how does that work? It looks to me to be a one-off payment, which is a little bit unrealistic, but whatever. So I can put an officer on there. What would he do then? Now, let me just see if we've got any fire missions. I haven't got any fire missions. Okay, let's, in that case, swap to our rigid.
There will be no stopping you in this.
Ah, right. So it's a level 1 CB radio. That probably explains why I couldn't radio the boats until I was really close next to them. So I guess upgrading that would mean that I'd be able to use the radio earlier. Binoculars, I guess the zoom level will be improved. I don't know about the maps though. Perhaps we don't have any maps at the moment and it will give us a... I don't know how that's going to improve, having better maps. Better binoculars I can understand. But anyway, let's see if we can get some crew. So you can't have crew on the rigid. Whoa! Whoa! My boat's upside down. Oh, I love these early access bugs. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Can I... Well, okay. That's my first boat sunk. In fact, I wonder if that's something we could do today. Maybe I can swap to this vessel and hopefully... Okay. So that one didn't flip over into the water. Let me see if I can sink this boat. I'm curious to see what happens. Oh my god, why are we moving? There's a bit of a bug there that when you spawn into a vehicle, or a boat I should say, it doesn't anchor itself properly, so it's just floating about all over the place. Right, okay, let's do a test, shall we? Let's sink this boat. So I guess if we upgrade that, let's upgrade that, because that's something I think visually we should see. So when I look at it, it just looks fairly normal. Certainly seems to be a lot going on. I keep saying I wish the AI just did their thing and we sort of worked around them. It does look like that's what's happening. Maybe it's just not working properly because of the early access element. I don't know. It does look like maybe that's the direction they're trying to head into. I hope it is anyway. But okay, so let's upgrade just so we can see what that looks like. Oh, you can't do anything with that. Oh, hang on, level up. For 1500 I can level up. So you can level up the boat, or you can upgrade the equipment. So I can upgrade the radio for 1000, for 900. So that's now a level 2 CB radio. I don't know if it looks any different, but I guess now it'll work at a greater range. So okay, let's go to fleet. Let's level up the boat. Ah, so that gives it greater durability, more stronger hull, things like that maybe? I don't know. It's 4,500 to rank up the next thing. I'll hold on to that cash and we'll go and sink this boat. Oh, what happened there? So we are docking. So where should we sink ourselves? I think those groins are, are probably a good option. Let's try that. I swear the boat is leaning the wrong way. I really don't think that's right. Let me know your thoughts on that. I think that's wrong. Right, we're going smack bang into the groins. Not too hard. It didn't appear to have done any damage. Let's go a bit harder. Okay, that did do a bit of damage. The lower icon, I think, is the hull, and it did a small amount of damage, maybe about 5% damage. Pretty bouncy out here. Sit it at full tilt, see what happens. Oh, that did like 50% damage. That did a lot of damage. Hull integrity warning. Okay. So one more crack like that and we should have a sinky boat. Now what I'm really hoping is maybe not now, because technically the hull is still okay. Oh look, there's an anchor. We can't anchor at the moment for some reason. Perhaps because we're still moving, I don't know. But once the hull integrity gets to 0, rather than... what I hope doesn't happen is we just spawn back at base. On the boat, that would be terrible. What I'm hoping happens is it starts to sink. Once hull integrity reaches 0, it begins to sink. We've got to get back to shore, we've got to get anchored, we've got to get the boat out of the water. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, but secretly... Oh look, it's raining. Secretly, I think it's just going to be a cut to black. You've sunk your boat. What an idiot you are type scenario. Wow, it's pretty rough out here now. Lightning and everything. Here we go. Destroy our boat. Well, that didn't quite do it. We've still got 10% left. Back it up and try again. full tilt. Hull has suffered critical damage. It's not possible to continue this journey, it says. It's still giving me throttle. We're just not moving. So I think unfortunately, the engine's damaged, the hull is totally broken. Rather than sinking, which is what I was hoping it would do, it looks like we're going to have to radio in and ask to be towed into shore. That's partly, I guess. We've also done a bit of damage to the engine, but mostly this is just a hull problem. So that's a little bit disappointing. I'll be honest, I was hoping for proper sinking physics or something. But unfortunately, that is not in the game. At least we've tested it and we know now. You cannot sink a boat, technically. Let's radio in. Complete the procedure. SOS. You have contacted the Sea Rescue Service. If you confirm this signal, a team will pick you up and take you to the nearest port where you can have your ship repaired and restock resources so that you can continue your journey on the high seas. The first deployment is free of charge, but after that, the cost will depend on the size of your ship. Well, that was lucky. Right, so now this is interesting. They've brought us into shore, but we're not anchored up. So we're kind of at the mercy of the sea because we got no throttle, we got no controls. We can't move or adjust ourselves or anything like that. So that's a bit of a concern. Let's go to fleet. Hull, that's going to cost me nearly 1,000 to repair the hull. Put some fuel in there. Engine durability. And that's it. Okay. So according to this, I can have an officer and an engineer. But when I look at crew... Or maybe I need to hire someone first. I haven't got enough money now. That's annoying. Well, the good news is...
Everyone was holding on tight then.
Good news is we have a working boat again. And that's how that's done. And whilst the weather's crap, let's do a mission. Let's do an inspection. And earn a bit of cash. Hopefully the weather will still be rough. Oh yeah, it is.
In the port need to be checked. That shouldn't take long.
Right, so there's a freighter over there needs checking. Just the one, according to this. It's pretty severe weather, isn't it? Getting alongside this in a timely fashion is going to be interesting.
Can I help you? Are you looking for something specific?
Always the same captain, isn't it? Oh, this is pretty intense. I wouldn't mind getting a picture of this, actually. It's quite an iconic moment, isn't it? With the thunder and the waves and the lightning and whatnot. Just need a bit of lightning right now, please.
Even when things are quiet, you must always be alert.
Where's that lightning when you need it? Come on, I want a screenshot. It's not going to do it, is it? It's not going to... Wasn't ready. Son of a gun. Alright, let's line up. Let's get out of here. Too far away. So with this boat, I can steer even when the engine is off, which is far better and realistic. Alrighty. We're hooked on, and the weather is getting worse and worse.
We have provided you with a checklist.
Oh, I like how wet everything looks. Look at that. Fantastic. Alright, first up. Check the engine oil level. Oh no, maybe not. First up.
Regulation complied.
A bit bouncy on here today. Let's go do the engine, shall we? This is a really good game. There's loads they could do to improve it, but I am over the moon impressed with it so far. I just hope they continue working on it. That's my only desire. If you could turn this into a career, like a proper career where you've got a day's work,
Correctly maintained.
then all will be good. All will be good. See how the boat's rocking and rolling? I love that. Nasty weather. I can feel the cold and the wet. Some of the audio is spectacular. I mean, this is great. That really feels like it's chucking it down out there. And I also like how there's all these different books and things that you can check. But I still think you should have to come and speak to the captain first before you know where they all are. Hello, Captain.
I checked everything before I left.
Well done, Captain. You did a good job.
This ship can continue on its way.
Good luck, sir. Has anyone seen my rib? It seems to have vanished again. There she is. There she is. I pressed the wrong button there.
All
Oh,
ships inspected. Thank you for your support.
Christ almighty, we could get crushed under there. That's lethal.
I hope everyone was holding on tight then.
It was a bit of a nerve-wracking moment. Right, let's see what these waves are all about. Holy bananas, look at this. That's the most air I think I've got so far. Woohoo! Oh yes. Oh yes. I mean, the physics are not quite realistic, but they're kind of fun. Like I say, this is like an arcade. What do I call it? A simcade. That's a term I coined, by the way, which seems to have gone viral, but I have no credit for. But it's good enough. Do you know what I mean? It's good enough to keep real sim fans entertained, but it's easy enough for anyone with absolutely no idea about the dangers of the sea to just pick it up and play and enjoy as well. And there was a gap in the market for something like this, and I think they've really smashed it out of the park. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye for now.